Introducing the 3-part options course with Hans Albrecht. Get access for free by scanning this QR code or clicking on the link in the description.
UPST is up. First of all, it's a gap up last week, and it still is a gap up. That's pretty impressive, actually. It did actually fill the gap perfect, so that's really, really nice before earnings even came in. And then we have 60.50. It's already obviously above. So it is definitely a very nice looking continuation play. Keep it above 60.50 or where it opens. And if you're chasing this puppy into 72.58, you're going to see it get above 69. So above 69 is a chase into 72.5, or 72.58 would be next price target. Very, very nice job. UPST is trying to get above 69. It's already doing it. Look at this intraday pushing above 69, opened up above 64.59 and on its way to 72.58. Believe it or not, this is very hard to believe, but see that little orange piece? It now has a 200 week. In other words, it has enough data since coming into the picture back in 2020. It now has enough data to create an orange line, which is the 200-day. All right, so Tesla yesterday, my bet was, and I'm going to put it back on my intraday, that we would hit 307 and come back in. We are pushing to 304.50. If we push through that 307, we're going to clearly go tag that 312. Here is a monthly 300, pretty logical support. Kind of see this is 300. Very nice pattern. Needs to get and stay above this area. Right now we're hitting Keltner, we're hitting Bollinger Band on a monthly, we're hitting monthly. 300, pretty darn special. And it's definitely a Trump beneficiary. For the week, I think 307 will tap it down, but it's still very bullish. We got to get above 300, and I mean stay above 300. I put it on a quarterly. I know, crazy. Couldn't close above, couldn't get above. So we have to get above 300 even on a quarterly basis. 300 is pretty strong. The next level is 312 on a swing basis. 307 for this week was my bet. All right, so UPST is still the chase du jour to 72.58. We set that up. And Tesla is still the chase du jour to 307 potentially today. Oh yeah, UPST has like a 30% short interest. So this is really the game in town this morning. They're going wild after this and covering. So 72.58 is now hit. Let's see if it actually calms down. Probably not, because it has 30% short interest. Earnings power and the chase du jour is absolutely UPST. At the open, beautiful 64.59 was the open. It is a gorgeous push higher above this 69 intraday trigger, all the way into 72.58 weekly price target, and it's not stopping. Next price target for this UPST, since it's through the weekly, you can see it, it's 76.23, and that's a gap fill from July of 2023. Pretty impressive. Look at that. There's your Bollinger Band on an intraday. There's your daily, and it's already through the 200 week. So that's definitely, there's a lot of power in that move, especially with short interest. UPST is an absolute beast. Opens above 64.59, triggers above 69 for sure, just to confirm if you weren't already long. Overshoots my price target of weekly 72.58 into gap fill from July of 2023. And here now it's starting to rest. Tesla almost at that 307. So we hit 307. That was it for today. We actually hit 308 my point. I thought that would be it. Doesn't mean it is. It hasn't stopped going up. It just made a beeline for 312. The market is getting just loony. UPST still pushing above 76.23, brings 82. Crazy. Tesla is having an explosive week. No question. IV is getting a little silly here. So we have a Friday melt up in Tesla. I think this is exactly what's happening. This is the accelerant from too many calls that were sold above, and now they have to chase and cover, which could happen to the market, which is why I said on the Qs, we get above 504, those calls that are sold, we could just roll right up into 548. I mean, really, Santa came early. That JP Morgan caller, remember, think about that. That JP Morgan caller is at 60.15, as Archana said yesterday. I'm at 60.10. What happens with all those sold calls up there, if they need to cover, it acts as an accelerant. You can see it happening right now with Tesla. A reasonable level would have been 300 or my 307 overshoot. They have a lot of sold calls that they're just rolling into into and forcing the dealers to cover by buying more of the underlying stock. It's crazy. The absolute reverse happens as well. Small, and look at financials, not shortable, even though this has a lot of Visa and MasterCard and the rest. I mean, look at this. This is just a market melt up, period, is happening all over the place. All over the place. BXM is also a sign of market melt up. Absolutely. Tesla, which Rithika has documented extremely well in Chase, has been hot fire flames. We just overshot and came back in a little bit. It is a monthly tag, but really 30 is the critical one. I'm fascinated to see where this is going to end up for the month because it is early. It's only the 8th. But if we are firmly above the 300, and I know it's way early, but if we are firmly above the 300, don't laugh at me, this could double. Tesla could double.
Join Club to trade with Samantha. Scan this QR code or click the link in the description. Subscribe to LaDuc Trading YouTube channel for more live trading room recap videos and other content.